name is Amy Wombles. I'm the managing director of St. John Theater. The theater was built in 1931 as a movie house. It was called Moran's Theater, and he was the original owner until it closed its doors. And it was the place where everybody came to watch movies on film. We actually still have the original movie projector here. It went on to be like the showplace for everybody in the river parishes. About 6 years later, they got air conditioning in here. So that made this the first movie house between New Orleans and Baton Rouge to have that luxury. So, so this was just a big entertainment place for between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. It ended up closing around 1979. The last movie that was showed was Godzilla. So it sat vacant for years, and then in 1981 they decided to put on a show, like a play here, a musical, and it was called South Pacific. And then the year after that is when they went ahead and dedicated this place as the cultural center for the river parishes, and we've been doing musicals and plays and shows ever since. This is row F. We don't know if this was the original chair that he sat in, but there was a chair in this area that that was the chair he sat and watched all the movies in. Now we have had some interesting things happen when you're sitting in this area, and I do it quite frequently when I'm watching, you know, shows or I'm watching people on stage that are just practicing. And when I sit in this chair, I hear somebody running up and down next to me from behind. You can hear like the seats going up and down by themselves, and a lot of times I'll be the only one in audience, and like I could feel the vibration of the floor as somebody's walking right here, and I could feel something hit the back of the chair. So there's a lot of interesting things that happen like in this little area. This is plantation land. There were a lot of plantations. Like, I mean, we don't know exactly what was here before, but I mean, being on the river, we're right across the street from the river, and being kind of nestled between plantations, I mean, there's really no telling what was on this land before it was built. We've had quite a bit of things happening. One of the big ones is a shadow figure that many people have seen kind of peeking out on stage behind the curtains. We've seen apparitions walking in the balcony. We've had multiple people see full body apparitions of two little girls and a lady in white. The lady in white is big because I've had police officers stop me and tell me that they've chased this lady in white around the theater many nights. And not only have they chased her outside of the theater, but we have seen her full body apparition inside of the theater. And what's also interesting is that there are men that work on the boats on the river right across from us, and they have said that they have seen a lady in white walking on the rooftops around here at night. So she's definitely a big part of the theater here. We believe it's possible the two little girls are from the house next door. We've talked to people that said that there were two little girls that fit the age and what they look like, that lived in the house next door back in like the 1930s, and they would have came here a lot to either see movies or just kind of hang out here since they live so close. So it's a possibility the two little girls are from next door. This is the main house. It seats about, between here and the balcony, it seats about 500 people. These are original seats that were in here since the 1930s. This is definitely all original in here. In fact, we had a big hurricane come through a couple of years back, and it destroyed part of the front of the house and the back of the house, but it left this original part untouched. So this is where everybody sits to watch shows, and it's all original. So we have a large, wider stairwell, and we have a smaller stairwell that goes up to the balcony. It does give you kind of a creepy little feeling walking up it in the dark, and it does lead up to the balcony where there's probably about 150 seats up there, which are original, and we've had a lot of people say they have like a creepy feeling when they're on the balcony. The projector room is very creepy. It's very dark, and it's very small, and that's where the original projectors would have been. Right now it houses our spotlights for our show, but it definitely gives you a creepy feeling when you go in there.
We first heard about the St. John Theater through a Facebook post that I had seen. It was saying that they were doing a paranormal workshop. I wasn't interested in that. We've been in the paranormal field for a long time, but I did reach out to the managing director and I said, "Hey, are you allowing people in there to investigate solo?" And she replied back that she was, and so we set something up, and we ended up going to investigate the theater. And it was a very active night, actually.
We set up some cat balls on the stage. We set up some red pods up in the balcony, which is pretty important because when we went up into the balcony, the cat balls on the stage would go off, and when we went down to the stage, the REM pods in the balcony would go off. We did catch some EVPs. We also heard like what sounded like somebody running around the theater through the aisles. We didn't know it at the time until we went back and reviewed the evidence that we actually caught a full body apparition running through one of the aisles, which we did post online. Um, so that was pretty interesting. And
Yeah, and the apparition looked as if it was somebody smaller, so we assumed it was a kid playing hide and go seek with us.
right.
So after we posted that, we had a couple of friends reach out to us, and they were like, "Hey, we're interested in going to check out that place." Because me and Paul only investigate together, we usually don't invite too many people to go with us, but we made an exception this time.
So when we first got there that night, after we set up, we decided to go ahead and do the Estes method. So the Estes method is basically you put on a blindfold, you put in headphones, and then you put noise canceling headphones over that, and you have it plugged into a spirit box. Spirit box is a radio that sweeps through multiple stations at a high speed rate. And that way, the idea is since it's going over multiple stations, any words that are heard in real time aren't some DJ on the radio. It's actually spirits from beyond. Um, and we had some good experience with it in the past. We've actually picked up conversations, or we've had conversations with what we believe to be uh, spirits on the other side.
We caught a video of you running through the stands. You were playing with us. Do you remember us? Jerry keeps rubbing her chest. Does that have something to do with you? Are you touching her, or is she feeling something you felt?
Stay.
She said that one.
Are you on a balcony? See something I like to up top on the right.
Yeah, she said she saw him.
It keeps.
Over there. I saw a shadow over this
It's
way.
like a.
Hello.
Ashley, where did you see the
Paul.
apparition on the top?
There's like the light shifted up top left.
On this side or on the other side?
Well, I keep seeing one walking across at the edge of the balcony.
Yeah, see, I saw something right there.
As it's going on, and they were talking about the shadows upstairs, I decided to go upstairs. Now, while I was upstairs, investigating, looking for cause, trying to debunk the shadows, maybe it was light, whatever have you. I could hear running up and down the stairs. At that time, I yelled down, "Hey, is everybody down there? Is everybody accounted for?" Because I hear what appear to be footsteps on the steps. So Angela says, "Well, with the Estes method going, and everything was leading to that somebody was playing hide and seek with us." So I decided to go down and hide. And when I went down to hide and I looked by the opening, a shadow figure peeked around the corner. It was solid. It looked like a living person. So I immediately jumped up and ran to the steps to see if somebody had come in, because the steps are close to the entrance. There's somebody walking up the steps.
Yeah, I can hear the footsteps from down here.
Yeah.
You're recording it while we're doing that.
Going.
Stay, please.
Are you scared?
You want us to hang out with you?
Are you on your way to see Paul? Don't be scared.
Nobody here is gonna hurt you. We're all here just to hear your story. You don't have to be afraid of us.
There's a bear over here.
Did you put the bear over there?
Jerry's bear.
Oh, okay.
Ashley.
No?
Yes.
You sure everybody's over there? We can count for everybody?
Yeah.
Ray, Sean, y'all still here?
Yep,
Right
we're
here.
here.
Everybody's here?
I hear her.
Did somebody?
You hear Ashley? What did Ashley just say?
Who's down there?
You want me to go up there with him or?
You can. It'll be
This
calm.
bitch.
Ooh.
Who's the bitch?
Whoever that is, leave the little girl alone.
Are you up?
It's free. They're free.
Talking about the little girls? Ashley?
Yeah. I feel like something is not happening to that little girl talking.
Are you upstairs with Paul?
It's your turn.
Whose turn?
Are you playing hide
Run.
and seek?
Who needs to run?
Tell us who needs to run.
It's your turn. Run. Maybe it's a game. Two little kids playing a game. It's your turn. Run. You know, hide and go seek. You just said.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing hide and go seek with Paul? And it's his turn.
I think we're running somewhere.
Paul, go hide somewhere up there. Let's see if she'll tell us where you're at. We got somebody small up there to hide. All right, he's hiding. Where's he at? What? What are you doing?
Somebody's in here.
Show me. I'll go sit up with the camera.
Do what?
I'm gonna go sit up with the camera.
All right.
Show me where.
Yeah. Somebody looked around that corner and you know, down.
Oh shit.
Well,
No, I'm just.
I swear, somebody's fucking. That was solid, man. Who did this?
No, everybody's down there. We're here.
Somebody looked around that corner. I swear somebody was in here.
Oh, you went and chased them?
Yeah. No, I went and chased them and see if somebody came through the front door.
When you ducked down, they grabbed
I got a question.
No. I ducked down and somebody looked through that door around that corner.
Paul, how long does this battery last?
Should last 4 hours.
No, we're down to 23 minutes.
Are you serious?
So we decided to let everybody have kind of like a individual experience. So we asked everybody who would be interested in doing a solo. And with a solo, what you do is you go into a dark spot in the location and you sit there for 15 to 20 minutes, and it really opens up your senses. So I asked everybody if they were interested, and 3 people said they were. So we placed one person, which is Jerry, in the little office downstairs. I believe it was the sound
control
room, in like a control room, just like kind of like a little office. And then we put Zach in underneath the stage because we figured if we were little kids, that would be a cool place to hide. And then we put Ray upstairs in the projector room, which is the balcony area where all this activity is happening. And we left them in there for approximately 20 minutes all by themselves while we all went outside and investigated on the patio.
People see you pop your head up and down in here. There's no reason to be scared away.
I did the quiet room and the sound booth, and I got a bout of nauseousness there, full body pinpricks, something grabbed my ankle.
Could someone run across the stage above me to let me know you're here?
When I was down underneath the stage, probably like the last 5 minutes I was there, it started getting really cold and I started getting responses that seemed more intelligent. Like I was asking, I got some kids' voices and I was asking where they like to hang out and they said the stairwell. And then I asked them what their favorite type of game to play is, and I just got the word ball, so I was like, maybe I like to play with the ball. And I got some other stuff down there at that time too.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my head.
Felt like nauseated and pressure in my head, and I've heard a lot of like running on the balcony, and I saw shadows when I was in that room by myself.
So while everybody was doing their isolation, Sean, who is Ray's husband, was sitting downstairs in the main theater, and he had his FLIR camera pointed up to the left top balcony, and he kept it there, being that we did have some action going on early in the night up there. He kept it focused on there, and what he caught was pretty cool.
Had a couple interesting things happen. Got a thermal of an entity running across the balcony, which was pretty neat. Tug on a pants leg. Me and another person heard a moan coming from a room. Seemed to pick up and die off a lot, almost like hide and seek. But thermal video was very interesting to be able to see it with my own eyes and then be able to record it too was great.
So overall, our experience at the St. John Theaters is a very active place. The spirits there have their story they want to tell. It's fairly a new place to investigate. So it's kind of, you got to coax them. You coax the spirits, but they will interact with you. They just learning how, because nobody's ever reached out to them or haven't reached out to them in a long time. So definitely a place to investigate. Never disappoints. It's
Yeah,
a great
we
place.
went twice and got full body apparitions twice.
Right. So check it out.
Yes, definitely check it out.